Do you know your level of mastery over your emotions? And how would we measure such a thing? In this video today, I'm going to share with you the 6 levels of emotional state mastery that I've been developing. And I found it really valuable for myself. My clients have found it really valuable. And so today I've decided to share that with you. So if you're interested in having higher levels of control over your emotion, then you're in the right place and enjoy today's video. So the first level of emotional state mastery, and even before we go there, I guess I'm wondering, which is what emotional state would you like to have more of in your life? Because in order to master an emotion, first step is going to be just to decide what the emotion is. I highly recommend, if you haven't done it yet, and again, you can kind of go through your life and pick anything, but one great one that I would recommend is acceptance. I recommend this for all my clients. I practice acceptance daily. Acceptance is an emotion where if something in the world is happening, you have 2 choices. You can reject it or you can accept it, but whether or not you're rejecting it, it still is what it is. So acceptance is a great emotion to practice, but appreciation is a wonderful one. Gratitude, love, respect, patience, focus, power. So there's so many emotions, and well, in order to master an emotion, you need to know which emotion you're working on mastering. So the question is with that emotion, can you access that emotion in a safe and calm environment? So if you're in the coaching room with your coach, you're in the self-coaching room, you're in your home, in your office, you're in a calm, cool, safe space, low-stakes environment, can you consciously call up that emotion in yourself? That's level number 1. And if you can't access that emotion in yourself, on purpose in a calm, safe environment, well, then you're probably not going to be able to access it when it really matters. So that's level number 1. And the skills from the field of NLP, the state elicitation skills, are really going to support you in being able to access your emotions when you want them in the safety of your own environment. So that's level number 1. Once you've beat level number 1, or you've passed level number 1, now we're in level number 2. And in level number 2, the question is, can you now get yourself into that emotional state, still in a calm, safe environment, at a level of 8 or higher in intensity? So an 8, 9, or 10 in intensity, in less than 1 breath, or in less than 3 seconds. So the question is, can you get there intensely and quickly on command? And that's the skill of NLP. Anchoring is really going to support you to get yourself quickly into those states and in a way that's intense. Now, again, that's really going to be a higher level of mastery over your emotions, to get in quickly and intensely. And once you're able to do that, now the next level is going to be the question is, can you apply that state to yourself or to the particular context that you would like in your imagination? So can you imagine having that state, that emotion at a strong level? Can you imagine having it where you want it the most? So let's say I want to be more accepting when I'm stuck in traffic. Can I imagine accepting being stuck in traffic without objection? Just accepting that in my imagination. Because again, if you can't imagine it in your own mind-body system, you're probably not going to be able to access it in the situations where you really need it. And if you can't get yourself there quickly and on command, well, you're probably not going to be able to access it either. So once we are able to do this, now the question is, can you imagine doing it? And that's really the next level. Until you can do that, you're not going to be able to get to level number 4, which is, can you actually apply it in the situations where you need it the most? So now we're getting into actually applying it. It's the first step where we're out of that calm and safe environment. We're actually in the desired situation. And now all of that practice that we've been doing of getting into our emotional states, strengthening them up, and imagining having them when we want them, well, here's where the rubber hits the road. Can you actually do it in real time? And so we're going to continue to practice the first 3 levels. And now once we get to this level and we can actually use it where we want it in real time, it probably won't be perfect. It'll probably be a little bit clunky. It might not be at an 8 out of 10 or higher. It might be at a 3 or a 4 or a 5. That's all great. But can you actually access it in real time when you need it the most? Once you've beat that level, or you're able to do that skill in that situation, now the next level is going to be, can you practice that until it gets automated in you in those situations, so that becomes your your new response in those situations where you need it. If you can do that, or when you can do that, now the last level, which is optional, is if you practice that enough in that environment and in other environments, if you so desire, you could take your emotions and actually get them to become part of your attitude so that they're just automatically and unconsciously in you, not just in that situation, but in all situations. It becomes part of your personality, part of your attitude, part of how you are, who you are. Not all emotions do you want to do that with, and in fact, you and me, we've probably done that with some emotions that are probably not the most useful for us. So I know at certain times of my life, I've had kind of sadness or anger as a part of my attitude because I had practiced it so much, so quickly, so intensely in my imagination and in real situations that it became part of how I was. But now what we're learning is these levels that you can work your emotions through so that you could take something like acceptance or appreciation or gratitude or love or compassion or patience or whatever your desired emotions are, and to make those part and parcel of how you are being in the world. And when you have, well, you're able to work your emotions through deeper and deeper levels of mastery. So there you have it. These are my levels of emotional state mastery. I've been working on this for quite a while. I found it really valuable in my life. And if you've found this valuable for you, then feel free to like this and to leave me a question or a comment or an insight. What have you learned from this video? And of course, feel free to share this with anyone who you think might find this valuable. I'm Jason Schneider. If you don't know me, I'm the founder of the Perception Academy, and I work with coaches, leaders, and personal developers to unleash the highest and best of human potential by applying cutting-edge communication and coaching skills of neurolinguistic programming and neurosemantics. If you're interested in going deeper on any of these subjects, I have a full online home study course library that you can go check out at the perceptionacademy.com website, as well as live events, live online events running there twice monthly. Looking forward to seeing you in the comments section in future videos, and hopefully in one of the online course programs that we have coming up. And I'm wishing you higher levels of state mastery. So have a great rest of your day and take care.